Welcome, my name is Megan. I'm with Incredible Techniques. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator all about making cards and card making tutorials. So today I want to share with you an Easter card. Let's give you a quick view here. It not only does it make Easter cards, but this is also good for baby and spring, and there's even a greeting for just friendship. So don't think of it as just an Easter. It's great for babies. It's got the little ducks, really cute. Stay tuned until the end. I want to share with you how you can get a bunch of Stampin' Blends or any other product at a real good value with discounts in the future. So stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started on today's project. So again, this is the card we're going to be making today, this really cute Easter card. And we have our matching envelope, and of course we decorated the inside as well. So let's just go ahead and get started. Today's project, we're going to be using the Big Shot for both the embossing, the dry embossing, and also the embossing with the stitched shapes. So we're going to do our stamping and embossing first, and this card really comes together quickly, even though it is a little bit more advanced than just a simple beginning card. Let me first show you the stamp set we're using today. It's called Fable Friends, and it has some really cute Easter and spring greetings. Of course, you've got your Easter. It would be a cute baby card. It's got Darling Baby, so you could use the ducks or the bunny. This cute little squirrel holding the flower. Glad we're friends. So it's just a really cute set and just kind of fun and whimsical. So that is that. And for today's project, I have gone ahead and already pre-cut a number of the supplies I need. So this is our card base. We're going to be embossing this, and then I have a number of pieces here that we're going to stamp and emboss. All of the measurements and supply list will be in the description below and on the blog. So you can go to that at incredibletechniques.com, and Incredible is I-N-K, Incredible. So let's grab the Big Shot. So the first thing I'm going to do is emboss the front of the card, and we're not going to do the entire front. So if you can tell on this one, like this section right here is left blank, and only from about here where the ribbon is to here is embossed. It's really simple to do that. It's what we call partial embossing. I've got my Big Shot platform. I'm going to grab my cardstock, my card base, and go ahead and fold that in half. I had already cut and scored it, so it's already all right. And then today I'm using the tufted embossing folder. So it's it's one of the dynamic embossing folders. It's nice and thick. So what you want to do is, I'm using this line that's printed on the front of the folder as my guide, and I want to line up the top of my paper with that line, and I'm just eyeballing it. But that looks, I think, about right. And then I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to see, so I've got this much, you know, that'll be blank, and that's fine. That's about right. So now with this embossing, since this is a thicker folder, see how thick that folder is? We only need one clear plate. So I have my platform. I'm going to put my folder with the cardstock in it and one clear plate on top. And I'm going to run this through the Big Shot. And then you'll see in the end we have our embossed sheet. So actually I wanted this side, sort of the embossed side, and then there's the debossed side. So I want the embossed side, so I'll just go ahead and flip that card around. That's easy enough. Okay, so our card base is done. Now I want to bring in my magnetic platform. If you don't have the magnetic platform, that's fine. You could still use this. I just prefer the magnetic platform because with the dies being metal, it holds everything in place. Platform, one clear plate, and then I'm going to start laying my cardstock pieces down. And then I'm going to place my clear plate on top, and again run this through the Big Shot. All right, we're going to pull the Big Shot away so you guys can have a better look. Okay, so when I remove this, you'll see that we have all of our pieces now cut out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is some stamping. And if you prefer to do your stamping first, you could. It's just today I decided I would do it this way. I know what I'm stamping is easy to stamp within the cutout pieces already, but I've already got my bunny mounted, and we'll just stamp him in the center here. Okay, and then I have my greeting, Easter greeting. Put these pieces to the side. Now we're going to do some coloring on our bunny here, and I went ahead today, and just to save time because I didn't want to bore you guys coloring on camera, I had already gone ahead and decorated my envelope and the inside panel of my card. So those two are already done, but I wanted to save this one to show you a few tips and tricks to use if you want to use your Stampin' Blends. Now, these are alcohol-based markers, so feel free to use whatever alcohol markers you have. If you would like to purchase any of these, you can do so in my online store, and I'll show you in a moment all the colors that I have. It's taken me a while to collect them, but I also have a great opportunity if you want to be able to get a bunch of these all at once. So be sure and stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'll describe that awesome offer for you, or to you. So to get started, I'm going to start with all of my light colors. So I'm using a light pink just to color the inside of his ear. And I'm not too worried about going out. I mean, this not totally in the lines here anyway, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm going to color over on the outer portions of his ear in a darker color. So I want his jacket to be in a light blue. Okay, so those are my light colors, and we will be coming back to those. Now I'm using Crumb Cake to do the body of the bunny. In a moment, I'll show you some of the shading tips and tricks that we use with the alcohol-based markers. It really makes blending and shading so easy. Now, you could stop there if you wanted. I am going to add some dark blue for the buttons on his shirt. He's cute that way. And I should have mentioned before I started, the reason why I have the scrap paper down here is that when you use Stampin' Blends, you want to make sure you protect your surface underneath because it can bleed through. Okay, but to give this some shading and some character, I come in with the darker shade of Crumb Cake now, and I can just, where the stamped images are here, the little, like his mouth and his nose and all that, I can just go over that in a darker color just to give it some dimension and depth. Shadows. Okay. Now, if you don't have Stampin' Blends, feel free to use colored pencils, markers, whatever you have. Now, if you use markers, you would want to stamp with StazOn black ink. And then if you're using the blends or any alcohol-based marker, you would want to use the Memento black. I think I do want his ears to have a little bit of, you know, you can really outline all of this if you want. So we're going to outline some of this in the darker color, and then I'll show you in the end. We go back over it with the lighter color in the end. And I'm doing this kind of quickly just because I'm on camera and I don't want to bore you guys. And I can do the same thing with his shirt. I can come in and outline it in a darker. And if you'd like, once you've outlined all of that, you can come back in with the lighter colors and go back over. And as it dries, you'll just see subtle shadowing and dimension. And if you want that to be less defined there, you just keep coming back until you get a better blended look. And as he dries, it'll look a little bit different too. Then I can come back in with the darker blue, or I'm sorry, the lighter blue, and do the same thing with the shirt. So we're done with the Stampin' Blends today. And then we're ready to just adhere our card and put the finishing touches on it. So I'll grab my adhesive. And if you guys haven't seen these, let me show you. I have these on magnetic sheets, but these are the stitched rectangles, and you know, I've got two of them missing. Not missing, but they're over here because we used them. So this die set, the framelits, has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 rectangles. They're all stitch shaped, so it's a really good value for the money. So it's a lot of dies, and these are staples in the craft room. So again, they're in the occasions catalog, so be sure and check the description below if you want to get those. And on my blog you can go and there'll be a place where you can just click on the picture to order it if you want them. Okay, so here I have this tulle ribbon, and all I did with this was I laid it, I know I want it tied kind of towards the top of the card, so I just kind of wrapped it around. You can give yourself plenty of room here. Wrapped it around to the front, and then I went ahead and knotted it while I had it on the spool before I cut any ribbon. I just find this is a little bit easier for me. Just the top. Okay, and then I can wrap this around again and tie it in a knot. And there you go. So you have that cute little bow. Then you can fuss with it till you get it where you want it. I'm going to grab my fabric scissors, and I can trim it down more if I want in a moment. I'll just leave it like that. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of the rectangle. If you find the paper is difficult to peel, you can kind of take your finger or your fingernail and push in the center. It kind of lifts up the backing of the paper. It makes it easier to grab. And then I'm going to just place him down so he's sort of overlapping the ribbon. Same thing with the greeting. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. Since this card will be mailed, I'm putting extra dimensionals on the back so that it doesn't get crushed in mailing. Then, like I said, since I had already stamped the inside, we'll go ahead and just apply adhesive to the back of that. And as our finishing touch, we'll add some pearls. And there you go. We're done with today's project. So what do you think? We have our two cards. Oh, I also added a little pearl over here on the, just to cover that little knot up a little bit, just to add some fun. So with that, what I did was I grabbed one of these larger pearls, placed it kind of on the center of that knot. So it doesn't completely cover it up, but just adds a little something there on that side. So there you have it, inside stamped, and then you've got your cute little envelope. You could easily change this up to the darling baby greeting that's in here, or you could just do happy spring. So you have options there too. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this adorable little card. Again, I told you at the beginning and in the middle of the video that I wanted to share with you how you could get some of these products at a really good value with discounts in the future as well. So I want to share that with you. I want to quickly share this with you. I don't want to take up too much of your time. But right now, Stampin' Up! Has the celebration period going on, which is only lasting for about another week, give or take a few more days, but it's coming to the end. And this is the best time to take advantage of a great offer, which is that you can get $175 worth of product and pay only $99. Plus, after that, you get to enjoy a discount starting out at 20% on all future purchases. So, did you see in today's project I used the Stampin' Blends? And you can see in my little storage unit back there, it's taken me a while to collect them, but that's what I have so far, and I still have room for more. But if you don't have these and you've been wanting them, this is a great time to take advantage of this offer, because you could stock up on a bunch of Stampin' Blends and pay $99 but you could get $175 worth of Stampin' Blends. If you don't want just Stampin' Blends, you can choose whatever you want. I'm just giving you one idea, which is that you could get a bunch of these. If you wanted to pick up stamp sets, if you wanted the rectangle framelits, if you wanted all of the products I used in today's card, you could get all of that plus more, because you get $175 and you pay $99. You have another option, which is that you pay $129, which then includes the tote bag, which I shared the tote with you last week. Right now it's on my floor where I can't reach it, and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. But if you're interested, you can go check out last week's video. I'll link that in the description below as well. But it's a really good craft tote, and it holds a lot of stuff and is great for carding if you're going to crops or anything like that, parties. It's a vacations even. It stores a lot of stuff. It's a great way to just travel with your craft supplies. So consider it joining. You know, signing up, you get $175 worth of product that you get to choose from the current catalogs, and you also get to take advantage of the celebration, and you get all of that free shipping. That's a big savings right there. You do pay tax, I believe, but you get shipping is free for your starter kit. So if you're interested, leave me a message in the comments below, and until next time, have an incredible week.